This is a look. Hello, I'm saying welcome back to this channel. If you're new here, welcome. I am Lexi, your professional yapper, your bestie that will tell you my opinion on everything. Last week I had the honor of attending the Huda Beauty's event in Seattle. I think it is the first one in Seattle, which is amazing. And they had graciously gifted me a bag full of the UBE collection that's just launched. So let's try them together and I'll share my thoughts with you on what I think. We will also be doing a wear test as well, so stay tuned till the end. If you're already watching this, you probably already know of Huda or Huda Beauty, so I'm not gonna go into the intro, the details on that, but we will talk through the collection in just a little bit. I feel like this might shock some of you, but I have actually never been a huge like Huda Beauty girl. I think I just like really missed out on the whole like 2016 makeup. I was never like fully into the whole like full beat, full glam at the time, and then I just like never really like got into it ever since, and that was like the peak of her brand, you know? Not to say that I don't like her brand, I just like never really got myself into that. So I'm not like super familiar with the range of her products, or actually I don't really own anything from Huda Beauty in my own collection if I remember correctly. The thing that got my attention the most from her brand recently was the Cherry Blossom powder, and then that was like always selling out. I think it is selling out right now, so I never be able to get my hands on those. But you know what? This collection today might be the gateway that I need to like dive deep into the brand, because I, spoiler alert, really like this collection. So the UBE collection was inspired by Huda Beauty's love for the UBE cake. She celebrates her birthday every year with an UBE cake. Relatable. I also love myself an UBE cake. If you never tried UBE desserts before, they are top tier. This is like nutty, vanilla-y flavor that is like not too sweet, not too indulgent, but you just like, you know, it's just like so comforting. For those of you who don't know, Ubsessed is a tuber that is often made into dessert in the Filipino culture. So Ubsessed is very much like specifically originated from Philippines. And I must acknowledge that there's like, between all the press release and the marketing, I don't think I've ever seen the word Philippine like mentioned in anywhere in like hudabeauty.com or Sephora or anything like that. So I kind of wish that they had put that somewhere just to acknowledge the origin of it. Also, the Huda Beauty official campaign that came out with the influencers, mostly on like TikTok and such, that was so beautiful. But there was only one Filipino creator out of 4, Glamzilla, which is, you know, I love her. And I love everyone else as well. Like I follow, I think, all of them. But I just wish that there was just a little bit more Filipino presentation, you know? Okay, lastly on that front, I just want to acknowledge that the Huda Beauty event in Seattle was hosted at a Filipina-owned coffee shop and bake shop called Hood Famous, which is one of my very favorite places in Seattle. And they also like got their start with UBE dessert, so that just, you know, very fitting. So I love that they give back to community in that way. So the UBE collection launched with 3 products, these right here. These are straight extension of the existing products of Huda. And then the centerpiece of the collection is this powder right here. So beautiful. Remember when I said about the Cherry Blossom powder? It's like same exact powder, but now in just this like electric lilac color. I also have to say the online material, the online, like the digital assets that they put out, the photos look a lot more pink than how they look in person. This reads a lot more purple in person. Like this is the One Size Ultra Pink and this is a Huda Beauty purple. So you can see the difference there. This powder by itself is $39. The blush filter is $32. And then the Faux Filler Gloss is $29. Exclusively on hudabeauty.com, you can also get the full collection for $70. So I'm going to apply all these products in the order that the Huda Beauties recommend. So we're going to start with the blush filter. This is in shade Ube Cream. It comes in this type of doe foot, which looks so cute. Honestly, look almost like a sweet potato as well. So I'm just gonna put some light dab here. Okay, and then I'm gonna blend all over the cheek. Ooh, so pretty. My neutral warm skin tone, it kind of blend out to this kind of more pink color. I definitely say this is really easy to blend. Very beginner friendly. Just gonna layer on a little bit more and see how that will read. Also, dare I say, I really love this packaging. It's so cute. Okay, yeah, it definitely reads more purple if you layer that on top. Wait, I love that so much. Ah! She's so cute. Yeah, you can tell it is very blendable, very buildable as well. I really like this result. I thought it would be a little bit ashy on me, but no, it looks so good. Next step is the powder. Oh my gosh. So I already have this powder. I bought it right before the event. So now I have 2 of them. So that's the powder come out. And then they also gave me a bunch of these triangle puffs, which I'm obsessed with. They're so cute. So I'm gonna use this gigantic one. We're just gonna go in there. And we're gonna just like press it to then bake lightly, very lightly, because I also have to leave in like 5 minutes. I'm just looking at my monitor. You guys don't mind me. Side of the nose as well. I actually did not contour my nose today. Sometimes I just don't feel like doing it, and that's totally fine. You know, you don't have to do every single steps. This is a look. I can see the blurring happens already. Wow. Texture, who? And this is not because I love the brand. You know, I already really don't know the brand that well. I'm gonna let that set for a couple of seconds. In the meantime, I'm gonna put on the last thing of the collection, which is this Faux Filler Gloss. I already used this a couple of times. I do say I love this doe foot. This doe foot, so good. Look how pointy that is. So this really helps with precision. I love the texture of this as well. The texture is a little bit thinner, but somehow a little bit like gel-like. Does that make sense? Like it's not sticky, it's just like a gel. I do say it is quite a light color, so it's definitely a, you know, a topper, if you will. If you have a little bit of warmer skin tone like me too, I find that if you use a little bit of warmer lip liner, that really helps, because otherwise it can look a little bit washed out. So just put it on. Cute. How pretty. Okay, it's been a couple minutes. I'm gonna just brush this out. Oh, gorge. I'm just gonna dab a little bit on the top of my forehead and under my chin, because I don't want like too purpley everywhere, you know? I don't want to be like Violet.
Violet, you're turning violet, Violet!
Also, y'all, a tragedy just happened because I think dropped my flower nose mirror. This is my favorite mirror. I think I can glue it back. That's bad luck, you guys. Just before we go out, I'm just gonna put my pressed powder. This is also flower nose. Really good. Very underrated. And I'm just gonna dab that everywhere else. One side setting spray, and then I will update you how this wears throughout the day. It is currently 1 p.m. so I will update you probably every few hours. Hold your breath when you do this. Every time.
A few moments later.
So I went to go see La La Land concert at the Symphony. This was my fit. Oh my gosh. It was the best and worst mistake at the same time, because I was bawling for 3 hours. The makeup, for the most part, actually held up really well, except for this tear line and like in a corner. I also mistakenly brought the blush touch up instead of the gloss. Actually, the gloss looks still pretty good after like 3 hours in the theater. But I was feeling experimental, so I put the blush on the lips just to see what it looks like. Hindsight 2020, it did not look very good. And then like 30 minutes later, it was all gone. So it's not meant for the lips. And then this was my makeup at the very end of the day. This was like midnight. Actually, it looks so good still. The blush, I mean, everything else was kind of falling apart, but the blush still looked good. Then the next day, I wanted to see how the blush would actually hold up without the powder on top, just to see what the longevity of it is like. So I was wearing the UBE cream color mixed with the watermelon pop color. This was also gifted. And I want to like blend them together, see what they look like after like a full 8-10 hours day. And you know what? After literally like 10 hours, at the end of the day, it still looked the same. This like actually washes it out a lot. In person, I see no difference. Like the blush is there. If you stayed to the end here, thank you so much. I appreciate you. If you like what you saw, like, subscribe, all the thing, click on a different video. Watch more of me. You cannot have enough of me. And yeah, okay, I'll see you next time. Bye.